Hello everyone and welcome to Reading Nirn. This is episode 8 of the lore mini-series, in which I, the Wayward Breton, will take you on a magical journey across Tamriel, picking up random books and reading them. This episode I'm going to change it up a little bit and go in a completely different direction from where I have been going. I'm going to read a book called Galerion the Mystic. It has absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the books that I've had in this little lore series, but it is very important to the Mages Guild. So as always, the link to the text will be in the description below for you guys. Without further ado, Galerion the Mystic by Asgrim Kolsgreg. During the early bloody years of the Second Era, Vanus Galerion was born under the name Trectus, a serf on the estate of a minor nobleman, Lord Girnas of Solisich-on-Ker. Trectus' father and mother were common laborers, but his father had secretly, against the law of Lord Girnas, taught himself and then Trectus to read. Lord Girnas had been advised that literate serfs were an abomination of nature and dangerous to themselves and their lords, and had closed all bookstalls within Solisich-on-Ker. All booksellers, poets, and teachers were forbidden, except within Girnas' keep. Nevertheless, a small-scale smuggling operation kept a number of books and scrolls in circulation right under Girnas' shadow. When Trectus was 8, the smugglers were found and imprisoned. Some said that Trectus' mother, an ignorant and religious woman, fearful of her husband, was the betrayer of the smugglers, but there were other rumors as well. The trial of the smugglers was non-existent, and the punishment swift. The body of Trectus' father was kept hanging for weeks during the hottest summer Solisich-on-Ker had seen in centuries. 3 months later, Trectus ran away from Lord Girnas' estate. He made it as far as Alinor, halfway across Somerset Isle. A band of troubadours found him nearly dead, curled up in a ditch by the side of the road. They nursed him to health and employed him as an errand boy in return for food and shelter. One of the troubadours, a soothsayer named Heliand, began testing Trectus' mind and found the boy, though shy, to be preternaturally intelligent and sophisticated given his circumstances. Heliand recognized in the boy a commonality, for Heliand had been trained on the Isle of Artaeum as a mystic. When the troupe was performing in the village of Patanza, on the far eastern end of Somerset, Heliand took Trectus, then a boy of 11, to the Isle of Artaeum. The magister of the isle, Lachesis, recognized potential in Trectus and took him on as pupil, giving him the name of Vanus Galerion. Vanus trained his mind on the Isle of Artaeum as well as his body. Thus was the first Archmagister of the Mages Guild trained, from the Sigics of the Isle of Artaeum. He received his training from his childhood of want and injustice, and received his philosophy of sharing knowledge. So there you have it, folks. The beginning of the Mages Guild. It is rumored that Trectus then went on to form the Mages Guild in Cyrodiil within the First Celestian Order, and the main goal wasn't necessarily to become more powerful mages, but just to open up the knowledge of magic and that sort of thing throughout Tamriel in the Empire. So yeah, if you have any questions about that book, about anything pertaining to the Mages Guild, feel free to ask in the comments or email me at waywardbreton@gmail.com or waywardbreton@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter, which my Twitter handle is at waywardbreton. Also, if you have any suggestions on books that you want me to read, go through any of the aforementioned channels. I will be more than glad to read any suggestions that you might have for me to do in future episodes. But until then, I'll keep just reading random books. So yeah. This is the Wayward Breton, and until next time.